Hello there. It's very weird to be sitting here talking about 2015 as it's over. So much crazy stuff has happened this year. A lot of good stuff and a lot of maybe not so good things that I know for me have taught me a lot this year. And just looking at my friends and all of you on social media and noticing what everyone is really saying about this past year, a lot of people think 2015 was like the worst effing year that's ever happened. And I was sort of in that boat, looking back on this past year, just thinking, wow, this was disappointing, that didn't happen, like I never got around to this, and this wasn't as good as I thought it would be. And I realized that I ended 2014 with the exact same mindset, thinking of all of the things at the end of the year that I had not done or had not done well. And that's why truly I am so happy that it's a new year and that everyone is sort of in the mindset of resetting. I love the way that a new year can really bring people together when we are all sort of feeling burnt out or like we've lost our chance. I know I was sort of feeling like that, so I really wanted to make this video to reflect on my year and everything that I'm really happy about and proud of and that I want to keep doing. And I think it's important for all of us to look at the people whose success you admire and realize that it's probably their happiness with what they've done and what they do have that you're admiring. In 2015, everything was happening bam, bam, bam. So taking this moment before diving into a whole new year is really important for me. In 2015, I really wanted to complete another film project. I sort of took some risks with a new story, but my second short film, Spotless Casualty, was written and filmed and edited all this year. The entire process was insane and so gratifying. I loved the reaction. 2015 was a huge year of college visits and being a junior/senior in high school. I spent some time in California, in Chicago, in New York, I'm going to Boston in a few weeks. So many essays and letters of recommendations and standardized tests. We were all there this year. And at this point, I do not know where I'll end up, which is surprisingly more exciting than nerve-wracking right now. I continued to do theater at school this year. I student directed our first spring play, which was such a good experience, and then our second spring play was The Great Gatsby. I got to play Gatsby on stage. That whole process was just crazy. I was also in Footloose this fall as a dancer. Let me tell you, I used to dance. I probably took 6 years of ballet, tap, and jazz. It was so much fun to be back out there and just dancing in a show. My best friend and I applied sort of on a whim for this overnight design competition at the Art Institute of Chicago, and we won first place in our category with our group. Making those connections, that whole experience feels like a million years ago, but it's really just those little things that you're not expecting to happen to you in the year that really end up being the highlights. I spoke on a local radio station a couple times about the collaboration of online video and the book world. In April, I was a guest speaker at our local library, visited the teen club. Earlier in the year, there was an article about BookTube in Teen Vogue, and I was so lucky to be featured in it thanks to Valerie Tejeda. This year I flew back out to New York City for BookCon, and I also got to see Hedwig and the Angry Inch with Darren Criss on Broadway, and Fun Home I went to see with David Levithan, who I surprisingly became very good friends with this year. David is probably the most kind-hearted and brilliant author that I know. I had him on my channel, I had Marie Lu on my channel this year, Adam Silvera. I also got to interview Michael Grant, which you haven't seen yet, but you will. His new book is coming out later this month. But Michael Grant has always been one of those authors that, like, sort of from my earlier days of BookTube, he was watching my videos about his books when I was 13. So finally sitting down and talking to him about all of that was so awesome. I have so much fun doing author interviews. This year I went back to VidCon for my 3rd time and got to hang out with all of my fellow booktubers. It's always so fun to see them, but also to make connections with other people, visit panels, and learn a lot about what I could be doing on my channel. Finally met Cassidy from Cass J Tuck this year, who was one of the 2 people who inspired me to start making book videos. This year I got to spend some time with Sasha. We had a meetup in Chicago, and then I just randomly went to her house over winter break. I spent a lot of time with my best friends, Abby and Maddie, sometimes being creative and productive, but sometimes we are just lazy bitches. I went to my first prom this year, and it was a lot of fun, and so was homecoming in the fall. My senior year of high school started. I am more involved than I ever have been. I am co-editor-in-chief of the yearbook with my friend Gabby, and we are adding like a video component to our book this year, which I'm so excited about. I ran for president of National Honor Society this year, so I'm doing that now. That included reading 100+ names at induction. So we got plenty of public speaking experience this year. We also started a GSA, or a Gay Straight Alliance, at my high school this year. My favorite teacher and I have really just been working, keeping it up and running. Things like that are so important for everyone to have a safe space, and I'm so grateful to have a teacher like that. For LGBTQ+ advocacy, I won this award this year called the Acorn Equality Fund Award. I was a finalist for GLSEN, which is a huge LGBT advocacy organization, Student Advocate of the Year Award. I also continued working a lot at my favorite place, Barnes & Noble, and it has been such a valuable job experience. And looking back, it really was, I can't say that it wasn't a great year. It's just so easy to focus on the things that you didn't accomplish. This year I did not get into my first choice university. I did not get the part that I really thought I'd get in a musical. I did not win the award when I thought I was going to. And other things happen, whether it's a love life or something going on in your personal life that really can just be really disappointing and so easy to focus on without looking back at all of the things that you did. I had a lot of fun this year. I went to a Taylor Swift concert, Lady Gaga, Tony Bennett concert. I went downtown to Chicago all the time to see shows. I went to Chicago Pride this year, which is always a good time. I was a vegetarian for 9 months, from like January 1st to September. I admire everyone who can keep that up. It just really wasn't for me. By the time September came, I was a bitter vegetarian. I had no reason to keep going. It's so important to look back on your year and be proud of something that you did, because you did. In 2016, I want to become a better photographer and a better artist. I want to complete at least one more film project, whether it's a short film or maybe something else. I want to make more videos. I want to interview more authors. I want to spend time with my parents and my friends and my family before I go to college. I want to go on a road trip this year. I would like to get into college this year and go attend. There are lots of exciting things going on this year. BEA is coming to the Windy City. The day I finish high school, BEA is starting. Take this opportunity to collect yourself and really start over. You can roll your eyes at all of us new year, new me people, but it's a real thing. I hope you take time to reflect on your year. Forgive yourself for what you didn't do. Be happy with what you did do. Maybe get a haircut once in a while. Thank you so much for watching. The purpose of this video is really to thank you, first of all, for everything that all of you have made possible. That's one thing that has not changed in 2015. Also, I want you guys to walk away from 2015 feeling proud and excited for the future. Maybe you're in 7th grade, maybe you're a senior in high school with me, and you don't know what city you're going to be living in 8 months. Leave me a comment and let me know the best thing you did in 2015 and the best thing that you want to do in 2016. Seriously, tell me. Have a good one. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you very soon. Goodbye.